It is a cold, snowy day today in the mountains, and it's only going to get colder. It's supposed to get down to the single digits tonight. So right now I'm looking for a good spot to set up camp. I didn't bring a tarp or tent or anything for shelter, so I'm going to see what kind of natural materials I can find out here to use. There's some coyote tracks here. So it looks like I'll be sharing the woods with some coyotes tonight. A lot of times I'll hear them howling all around me in the middle of the night. Some nights they're more vocal than others, so hopefully we hear some tonight because it's pretty cool. Alright, so we're getting a little rocky here. I'm going to find a good size rock to camp next to, or to camp under, if I can. So this is looking good here. I'll put my sticks right on top of there, then put some pine boughs on top of that, or hemlock. Got protection from both sides. So this is looking good to me. So I like being under these hemlocks. They provide a lot of protection from the wind and snow. Perfect spot to set up camp. Now let's get a shelter built. There was a fallen hemlock farther up this ridge, so I'm gonna get my saw, go up there and collect some hemlock boughs, both for my bedding and for my shelter. It's getting dark quick. I gotta get this shelter built so I'm not wandering around in the dark looking for hemlocks. Well, I'm staying nice and warm dragging these things around. Perfect. Let's test this out. Oh yeah. That's actually kind of comfy. Alright, so I got these up, and then I'll put my hemlock boughs, kind of stack them on top of this. Just lay them right on there. These hemlock boughs are great for shelters. Provides a lot of cover and insulation. It's nice and cozy in here. It's a little rough around the edges, but it just needs a little TLC. I'll give you the tour. This is the master suite here with a beautiful custom built mattress. Very comfortable. It's the best night's sleep you'll ever get. So that'll keep the snow off of me and give me some insulation from the ground. I might rent this thing out. Today's market, I could probably get $1,200–1,300 a month for this. Well, it's getting a little chilly. Let me get a fire going. I'm gonna build a long log fire. It's a fire that'll burn for hours, so it'll keep me warm all night long. See if we can find some logs. I need some bigger hardwood logs that are gonna burn for a long time. This looks like a fallen maple here, so that'll be perfect. Alright, so we got 3 big logs here. That should be good enough. I'm going to raise these up off the ground a little bit so some air can get underneath. It's a little cold out here. I'll get some kindling gathered up. When it snaps nice and crisp like this, you know it's good and dry. Then I'll get the fire started right on top of the logs. Some fat wood. I like to make my feather sticks over the kindling pile, so in case my shavings fall off, they'll just fall right in there. So I got to get a lot of kindling and just keep feeding that fire. Get the flames going, get it real hot, so they'll start burning these bigger logs. That is nice and warm. Now split this log. Cut halfway through it, and I'll just beat it against this rock. There you go. And I'll take that side and do the same thing. Just one more way to split a log. If you don't have a hatchet or an axe, and you know what they say about firewood, that it warms you twice. And there's a lot of truth to that. Still snowing a little bit, but mostly stopped. And it is getting colder by the minute. It's supposed to get down to 6 degrees tonight, so it's going to get cold. Alright, let's filter some water before this thing freezes up. If I have to, I'll melt snow, but if I have a choice, I'd rather filter stream water. Just tastes a little better. And when it's cold like this, I keep the filter straw in my pocket so it stays warm and doesn't freeze up. I'll fill this up. So I'm gonna put this big log on top for now, let it dry out over the flames. That way when I'm ready to lay it across everything, it's a lot more dry and ready to burn. I'm gonna throw this onion in the fire, let it cook for a while. Then I'll rotate it as needed. Got my wool blanket I'm going to lay down first on top of these pine boughs. Give me a little extra cushion, a little extra insulation. And the sleeping bag right on top of that. It's cold out here. It's got to be at least in the single digits by now. But this fire feels great. My meat thermometer is reading 5.7 degrees. Let's cook a steak. So I get a good bed of hot coals. I'm just going to cook it right on the hot coals. And I'll just give that a flip. Say this onion's about done. Nice and charred on the outside, but nice and tender on the inside. That's a good steak. Medium rare, just like I like it. That is so good. Nothing like steak and onion over an open fire in the middle of nowhere. Alright, so now I'm going to put this big log right on top, parallel with the other one. Fix this fire up a little bit and then call it a night. So let's put my boots over here. All the heat's being contained by these rocks and this shelter. It's all coming right in here and keeping me nice and warm. So I'm going to call it a night and go to bed. See you guys tomorrow. So I had to fix the fire in the middle of the night. It went for a while longer and then it kind of died out towards morning. Well, I'm going to get nice and warmed up by the fire here, now that I have it good and hot again. Then I'm going to pack everything up and get out of here. Turned out to be a beautiful day today. Still really cold though.